and stuff and mix some stuff to get it to where the flame would get a full propagation. But I wanted a little bit quicker front to move, but enough fuel if we were adding this thing. So we actually went lower octane, but retarded so I could get a quicker, harder burn, almost like not pre-detonation, but we went for, you know, what we could get. And I think they put an EGT temp in one of the pipes to see where we were at. But anyway, they went out and ran it. I actually had to go home, and they called me, and they made one of their passes, and they beat the record. And then they had to go to impound, is what they call it, and the car goes and sits in impound, and you can go in and work on it, but you got to do a turnaround and back it up. The car can't go to your pits and modify, but you can work on it in the impound lot where all the cars are that just set records, but you have to back it up on the return run. So you have to make like a back-to-back pass. And these guys got lucky. They did it late enough in the afternoon to where there weren't any more passes going that night, so they had all night to work on it. Well, because they kick you out of the park about 7, but they had like enough time to, you know, go work on it if they needed to later in the, you know, in the morning or whatever, so the car could cool off and wouldn't be hot lapping it, which was really fun. But man, it was a good time. I miss those guys, but it was great. Out of that came some really good friends. But yeah, you never know. You never know what's going to happen. You show up someplace like that. And Bonneville is one of those places where while we were doing this, guys were just coming and borrowing parts, and that's what these guys were doing. They were running around the pits to borrow parts all over the place. In fact, George Poteet, he had a streamliner there, and it was him and his buddy, and they were running I think an blown alcohol Hemi, like you would find like in a dragster, but they were running in this car, and I think the car did like 460 some miles an hour. But they kept chewing up quick change gears, and they were borrowing quick change gears from everybody. I know they borrowed gears from the Old Crow Speed Shop group, specific ones. They just kept chewing them up. Too much power or something, it was hooking up. But man, it was really fun. I have a lot of stories about Bonneville. My first time there, and second, third, and fourth, and fifth time there. Like, I went all the time until we moved here. I went for like 3 or 4 more years. It was a really good time. I'd love to go. I'd like to finish this car and bring some friends and their cars, and let's make a journey. COVID, and let's make a journey to, you know, ship the cars over, fly over, grab the cars, and all of us drive to Bonneville, and then drive back and put the cars in the boat and bring them back. I think it'd be fun, because there's a huge car show, and it's all hot rods and all old cars. It's just nothing but gearheads. At least that's what it was, what it's like. I don't know what it's like now, but that's definitely what it was. There was not a whole lot of spectators. And mostly people spectating were the people in the pits. But Bonneville is definitely a good time. But yeah, that's where I'll leave you guys for this one, 2 on New Year's. And I'll probably be sitting right here, and I'll film the one that you'll see tomorrow next. So, Happy New Year's.